King of everything. What
Okay.
could possibly go podcast?
Let me lower the fudge.
Where do we go from podcasts?
Truly.
Oh my god. Don't forget about me podcast.
Who's that again?
Dominic Fike, nigga. Come on, bro.
Wow.
Ultimate
All right.
Custom Podcast?
That's fucking vile.
Oh my god, bro.
All right. So it started right now.
Los Angeles Dodgers Incorporated podcast.
Can we stop with the fucking names? We already stuck with the
All
Erms. We stuck with the Erms, all right?
For now, we'll stick with the Erms for now.
For now.
Yeah.
Bro, this is the rebrand. What are you talking about?
Minecraft, but I added FNAF without telling my friends podcast.
Why would you want that?
Alright, fine. Free Frank Ocean X Tame Impala X Fred again type beat someone.
God damn! At this point, just add every rapper in the game at this point, bro.
Bro, I'm just alright, whatever, bro. Whatever.
Alright.
Punisher versus Daredevil intense argument scene. Daredevil Born Again 2.
Holy shit! What does this accomplish? Right. Who is this for?
Nigga, everyone.
Daredevil? Who the fuck is this for?
Whatever, bro. Fine. Andrew Garfield, the podcast.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
X-Punisher versus Daredevil intense
no.
argument scene.
It was simpler. It was simpler, bro.
Fine. Dan TDM Minecon 2015 podcast.
Is that the one where he lasers the kid?
Yes. Do you want to come to my house? I actually fucking rather kill myself.
Oh.
In GTA.
That's not nice. That's
Sneakers
not
on
that
tools.
That's not the Den TDM I remember.
I'm not taking my sneakers off the podcast.
I'm not taking my sneakers.
Wait. Oh wait, we never named the mixtape. It's still Porn and Pasta. Never mind. Porn and Pasta podcast.
I thought we were gonna announce that at the end, but.
Oh, oops.
All right, well, it's already fucking ruined. It don't even matter.
Well, that's not the name.
Oh yeah. It's not the name, but you announced the fact that we already had one like in the name.
No, we didn't. I didn't even say nothing. I didn't say nothing. Keep it pushing. Huh? Oh, hold on.
All right. Well, hello everybody. This is the Erms. We rebranded from To Pimp a Podcast because one, it was too long, and two, it wouldn't let me put pimp in the titles. So now we are just called the Erms Podcast. Don't assume that we're from Baltimore. We aren't, on Phoneme, but we are most certainly a group. Well, a duo. Sometimes we'll have Z-Tasm in the conversations, but for now it's just me and Lolexer. I am, I guess, the host. Lolexer's the co-host. And yeah, so today we're gonna be talking about the Lolexer album. Everything Changes Forever. I always confuse the name, okay? So don't attack me. But yeah, I feel like this will be a good time to just conversate about the album, the makings of it. I don't have questions about the lyrics itself, but it would have been cool to do so. Is that a rabbit? What are you doing, gang? I'll give you one. But yeah, until Lolexer gets back, I will talk about whatever the fuck we got to talk about. I will probably not promote this because it's just a normal civil conversation that me and bro are just having, and I don't think anybody wants to watch that shit. So until it gets uploaded on YouTube or whatever, then yeah. This was supposed to be a thing. This podcast was supposed to be a thing about a week ago, but so much shit happened during that. Not even bad things. It was just damn, I'm busy type shit. I mean, I'm supposed to be busy right now today because it's only Monday's usually my busiest days, but yeah, it don't bother me. And since Lowe's off of work, we could probably just chop it up and chat. Yes. God damn, it's already been 5 minutes. Holy fuck. We're just talking about some nonsense. I'm gonna build a house while we're here. It might be ugly as hell. It might be good. I'll be put on fraud watch if it looks terrible, but don't worry. I use tutorials for my houses. I'm not that clean or original. They're tutorials for a reason, right? But yeah. Damn it. But yeah, I have a few questions for him, and then if like people come in chat and want to talk or give their proper thoughts on the albums, or at least ask a question on it, then you're free to do so, since it's a stream. So yeah, we don't do podcasts like commonly, you know. I guess it's just like a small introduction to it, but because we're rebranding and we haven't done a podcast in 3 years, but yeah, this isn't like serious as fuck.
My SpongeBob, my only SpongeBob. You make me patty at Krusty Krab.
Truly.
You'll never know, Sponge, how much I love you. Please don't take my SpongeBob away. All right, we're good now. I just got me some food.
Yeah.
Let's get straight into it. Let's get it popping. Welcome to the Erms podcast. How we doing, everybody? You know, AKA
Mr. Dick Muffin.
No, what?
What? Oh, I thought that was our aliases, bro. Come on.
No,
gang.
the fuck is not. You know what my alias is? It's Count Chocula.
I did not ever fucking hear you say that shit ever, bro.
That's what
you was
you
never
made
your
me.
name. No, I never called you Count Chocula.
You called me that yesterday. Anyways, welcome to the Erms podcast, aka the Punisher versus Daredevil intense argument scene. Daredevil
We don't need to.
Podcast.
No, that's too much. You're ruining it.
Welcome to the podcast. You know what I'm saying? AKA this interview, whatever it is, interview podcast.
Yeah, it's more of a small interview, but also not really because he's not technically a guest. He's a co-host.
Hey, it don't fucking matter. Matter of fact, yeah, you should be. If this is an interview, you should be saying it. Like you should be starting everything. Like,
I did, but you were gone, so now I got to do it again. It's kind of an awkward. You know, it's kind of awkward.
Welcome to the Punisher versus Daredevil intense. Daredevil born again 25.
Born again? there was a part 1 already.
Fuck! Oh my god. Who was think? All right.
I can't see shit. But yeah. Oh yeah, he's saying his grace. Shout out God.
All right, I'm good. Hey, God is good. Yo, share your screen so actually, I'll just put your stream up, I guess.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Redoing the whole thing. Welcome to the Erms podcast. We couldn't do the Two Pip podcast because they wouldn't let us put Pip in the title. Don't know why. It's not that crazy, you know. But anyways, yeah. This is the Erms.
I feel like you could have if you would have. Sorry.
No, I would have to like
if you would have put like a what's it called?
Like an exclamation.
Yeah.
Exclamation point. Yeah, I could have done that, but I feel like it's like it gets rid of the purpose of it. I don't know. Because I don't matter. But yeah, I'm not getting silenced. To Pimp a Podcast is no longer a thing. It is the Erms. And I am your host, Spingard, on Twitch. And then this is the co-host, technically other host, yes, Alexa on Spotify. A.K.A. Count Chocula, apparently. Am I Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
No, you're Bad Bunny. All right, welcome, guys.
I'm not even Puerto Rican, bro.
Hey, look, bro. Aye.
Hola.
See? I knew it!
All right. You got me.
Despacito and shit. Yeah, I love y'all. Keep doing your thing.
Fucking wrong guy.
Keep
All right.
doing your thing.
But yeah. Low Lexer dropped an album titled "Everything Changes Forever." It dropped about 2 weeks ago, and we were supposed to do a podcast for it, but we was busy and shit.
We.
Yeah, we, like me and you, we, like, you know, the Nintendo Wii and shit.
As in, like, yeah, no, I was gonna say like Wii U, cause not me.
Oh, I guess I was busy. Even though you have work, I don't. But
True. It's cool.
yeah, I was busy with
We're here
random
now.
shit. But we here now. I got a few questions, and I don't know. I don't know how to fucking do this. Yikes.
I'm just gonna wait for you. I'm following your lead. Like I said, this is your interview.
Well, to start it off, right? It's not really a question. It's just more like normal decency, human decency. But how was your day, bro?
I was gonna say some stupid shit. Sorry. Let me actually log in and take this shit serious. I'm sorry. I was gonna say something retarded. I was stupid.
The fuck? The fuck was bro gonna say? Sniper penis or some shit?
No. It was gonna be something dumb as fuck. It was gonna be like, I can't even explain. Anyways, not too bad. You know what I'm saying? Kind of boring because work, but overall, can't complain too much. I had jury duty and it got canceled, so God is good. You know what I mean?
Type shit.
You love to see it. No, that shit
Fuck
was beautiful,
jury
bro. I think it
duty.
got canceled on Friday. That shit was beautiful, bro. But
Yeah.
about you?
I'm chilling, bro. I woke up early as fuck. Had food
Right.
for the first time. Okay, I'm not William, but I mean, I had food like
Wow.
in a decency, like in a decent like time length and shit. And timely manner, yes. But so far I'm doing decent. I'm like very tired though because I slept late, but I woke up early. But I'm doing decent.
Not real as fuck.
To kick off the questions, right? Because I wanted to ask everybody for their thoughts or like if they had any questions on the album, but I only asked Z-Taz.
I like that. Oh.
Because he was the only one available, and I also thought like
I was gonna say, did Sushi even hear the shit?
he said he heard it, but he told me like his favorite songs. I don't think you want to hear that first. So
No. I'm glad he heard it.
yeah,
That's fire.
but I guess I'll talk about the feedback for everybody that I've talked to, which is just Sushi about it. I wish William was here so he could give his feedback like in person, but I don't know where he's at.
I could grab him real quick. Let me see.
Nah, not yet. Till like the end.
All right, I'm
Unless
gonna
William
tell
wants to
him to get offline.
Oh, what a who was think.
No bullshit.
I guess
What a
my first
Daredevil
question
versus-
that I've always thought about for the album itself was, how long did this album take for you to make and then finish? Pretty much.
That is a great question. Well, I'll tell you right now, it wasn't 2 years. I'll tell you that. This is a hard question because there were multiple versions of the album that did not end up happening. So,
Really?
Ironically, Everything Changes Forever.
Changed a lot.
Everything Changes Forever. Yeah. So, it was. I want to say I had about over the past couple years. Realistically, only a year in time, but it wasn't all focused on making the album because for a majority of the time I couldn't actually record because I had no area to record.
Yeah.
So, I want to say, let's see, realistically, 3 months.
3
other
months.
Than like other than songs I already had, about 3 or 4 months.
That's actually like interesting as fuck because I thought it would have been like maybe a year or so. Because
No.
you know, artists be taking their time with their shit, and there would be times where people wouldn't like there wouldn't be times where they just want to focus on the art. They want to more likely take a break and then come back later on and give them the perspective on what the fuck they just went through, like in the last few years or so. But
well, okay. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. Realistically, 6 months, but all 6 months were not dedicated to the album.
That was just
so
some
that's the real
personal
yeah, that's
shit.
the real answer. Like all 6 months weren't dedicated to the album. It was like kind of on and off. It wasn't like just 6 months straight of working on the album. The last like month and a half was straight working on the album. I'd say like a month.
Well, this actually kind of contradicts like the question. I would put what did you like what year did you start developing the project? But you pretty much just confirmed like at the start of like January maybe or February that it started.
In technicality, there's one old song, right? Let me think.
Hold Me Down, I think was the one.
Oh, Hold Me Down, yeah. Hold Me Down was part of it. Hold Me Down was the start. But if we don't count fucking this food up. If we don't count Hold Me Down, the oldest song on here is So Much to Tell. But So Much to Tell wasn't even like originally gonna be on the album.
Holy shit. That's actually really interesting because I think that's one of the better songs off the album from what I remember. Like in memory, that was like my favorite, and I think people really like that one.
Type.
But yeah, this actually is a pretty good transitioning question because Zygar Gaming asks, were there any scrap tracks or scrapped ideas for this release? Like, did you ever start a song and then scrap it entirely or change the direction you were going with it?
Nigga, is the sky blue?
What the fuck does that mean? You gotta explain it a bit, bruh.
Motherfucker, do you find a fork in the kitchen, nigga? Oh my god. There is so much scrap shit off of this, bro. I told you, this shit changed 3 times. I don't know what your questions are, so I don't want to get too in detail. But I will tell you, this album sounded completely different. Like, way, way different when I first started it. And it was not called Everything Changes Forever. It didn't have a name. But it was a lot darker than it came out originally.
Damn, will we ever get that, or will that just like...
Fuck no.
Damn,
Hopefully not.
God.
Just because, like, bro, the album was not going to be a very happy album. I'll tell you that. I can give you a little bit more feedback to that. Let me finish chewing my food real quick.
Yeah. I'm just looking at it because I think I pretty much answered like that answers like a few more of the questions I had. It was pretty much talking about like if you had scrap releases or some shit. But
yeah, for sure. I have a lot of scrap songs. A lot of songs that like for example, there's verses on this album that came from scrap songs.
So like Untitled pretty much. Like
pretty much, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. There's some songs on here that some of the verses were from different songs. Let's see. Yeah, there was a lot of different tracks. I still have some of the unreleased songs, or like what's supposed to be those. But yeah, no, I still have some of those unreleased tracks. Like I said, some will have to just be like 1 or 2 are just not gonna come out because there's no point. Because like I said, verses came off of some tracks, you know, some bars here and there, just whatever I felt like made the tracks better. Originally, I forget which one it was. Back in the day, had like a whole like section that wasn't originally on that beat. It's just that's the beat that spoke to me, so it's just what ended up being, you know, on that song.
Right.
But
yeah, this is like one that I was like gonna ask previously, but I was gonna say if you were given more time, how many songs would you have added and what would their themes be? But I don't think like
that's a good question. There would absolutely be more. The thing is, even though the album came out, I didn't get enough time to where I wanted to release it. I'm very happy that it even came out. So I will say that I'm definitely not disappointed in the release at all. But it definitely was going to have a lot more going on to it. But I figured that it would just like if basically if I wanted to do all the shit I wanted to do, it wouldn't have came out till September.
Damn.
Yeah, so I figured
So
it
yeah,
was
there
probably just
was
better to just
just
drop it.
release it.
Yeah, because I already had people waiting, and of course, the distribution issue.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I figured it would just be better to, just drop it, so people can have something to listen to. And for the most part, everyone I haven't had a single bad review on it. Everyone liked it. Everyone enjoyed it. Um, yeah.
That's
Overall,
actually
I
pretty
can't
like
complain.
good feedback for your stuff. People actually enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
They got to
No,
digest the lyrics
yeah,
and shit.
a lot of people, a lot of people that I didn't expect to liked it more than certain things I've released in the past. So that was cool seeing different perspectives. Um, what's it called? Production wise, this is easily my best, I'd say. Just like off of just like the uh, engineering wise, I'd say. Maybe not production wise, but that's kind of the same shit, realistically.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah. Um, to answer your question officially though, um, I don't think there was necessarily going to be more than 10 songs. At most, it would have been 12. And even then, I don't think that was realistic. I don't think I was ever going to do 12. But what the original concept was is that Changes was never supposed to be a song by itself. It was supposed to be a beat switch.
Hmm.
So it
Will we
was going to
get?
be everything slash changes. And then the last song is Forever Again.
That's interesting actually, because that would probably make like the album change a bit, but it also just feels like there would be. I guess it wouldn't make it like different because it's just the same song but as a beat switch. So I don't know
Yeah,
how to feel about
the
that.
original song wasn't going to be that long. Like, it wasn't going to be like anything crazy. It was just going to be like a kind of like an interlude to the song, essentially.
Hmm. That's
But yeah,
that's actually really interesting. I like that. I like the ideas that swap around for the project. It makes it have more intrigue of what it could have been, but it also is pretty cool to just see like, damn, this is a good album. So I don't think it really needed that many changes, apart from a few instances here and there. But for the most part, great release, great music,
appreciate it.
and
Yeah, no, I'm definitely happy about how it came out, honestly. Considering the limitations I was on
yeah.
and the time frame I did. What the fuck is that? All right.
Um, After 6 years of having EPs, lost media music, and albums overall, like Forgotten Dreams, Where Do We Go From Here, The Now, Everything Changes Forever, what finally made you go back to making your album covers, photo shoots?
Um.
And it's nothing bad with it. I like the cover, and
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's great. I was just really curious since the shift wasn't like that since 2020 with the Unreleased Conclusions EP that you had, which is now just Don't Go to Bed.
Yeah, yeah. Originally, it started because I wanted to have myself on, my music. I wanted it to display me. I was never one of those artists that wanted to be anonymous. You know what I mean? I wanted people to know it was me and things
Hmm.
like that. I wanted to be front and center. But then it ended up being, I was friends with you, friends with Bond, friends with Alex, just artists in general. And, I was like, fuck it. I want to, like, I've always liked art. I like art as a form. I like music. I like, physical media. I like art. I like all that shit. Anything creative, I'm there. So I felt like another way to express myself in an easier manner was to describe what I wanted my albums to sound like and then bring that to life through artists. So that's originally how that changed. Now, obviously, that's how I've operated for a while now. But like I said, this album signifies a lot of change. I don't think I ever explained what the album's about, but it signifies change. And I wanted this to be different. I didn't want it to be same old, same old. You get ready for, animated cover, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? I wanted to be front and center again. And,
Yeah.
kind of just like show that this is a different
There's a
era, I guess
different
you could say.
yeah, like new feeling, the new
Yeah.
phase for Lolexer.
Yeah.
Who took the photo of it?
Funnily enough, it's Lodge.
I fucking knew it. I mean, it made sense just because there was a comment under
Well,
it
he's in
being
the
like,
comments, yeah.
yeah,
Like,
there was a
nigga.
comment being like, guess who took the photo shoot? Like, I fucking wonder who. I wonder who
Yeah,
it could be. But
it was my
shout out,
tripod.
it was my. You should have replied to
Yeah.
that.
What's funny is so the reason why, um, what's it called? It ended up like this. Like this is not an iPhone camera at all. This is an actual camera.
Oh shit!
Um, yeah, this is not an iPhone. This is an actual camera that Lige had because he was in a class for photography,
Oh damn!
and we used that camera to get this shot. We actually took an entire photo shoot.
That's crazy. I did not know
Yeah, we have a
he would have
whole
like a
photo
class
shoot.
like that. That's dope.
No, yeah, he loves that shit. He loves like creative ass shit like that. So, you know, I was like, fuck it, bro. He said he wanted to get some practice in. I was like, I have an idea. And mind you, this was like maybe the second time. No. This was our first photo shoot officially, but we had like something similar, but it was kind of just taking pictures before that. And it wasn't with like an actual camera, I don't think. So this was about like a couple months into his class, and him just like learning how to do photography properly. So I kind of just described the idea. I sketched some shit out for him, and then like we kind of just brainstormed ideas, and like we scouted some spots, and I had like a couple ideas for us to do, and it ended up being better than I expected.
Are there any
This actually
alternative like any alternative covers that you had, or was this just the only
a
one that was
lot
like, oh
actually.
shit?
So Trust in Me was actually the original cover.
Hmm.
That was the original cover. But then throughout the day that we recorded, sorry, that we like just took pictures and shit, we ended up getting this one, and I was like, this is the one. I was like, we're gonna work with this one. Because like I said, the album, even at that point, I've had this photo shoot done since January, maybe
Damn.
December. Yeah.
So you
It
were
was
like
before I went to Puerto Rico.
kind of ready for that shit.
Yeah, about I want to say about like mid-December to maybe January.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't remember the exact time. All I know is that it was before I went to Puerto Rico in February. I know I had it before then. So yeah, so I had, because even by this point, I had people asking me where the album was. But at my job, literally like day after fucking day, niggas was asking me where the fucking album was. This has been an ongoing experience for the past, I don't even know how fucking long. I want to say 9 months. Like
Well, I
it's
mean, you
literally
got
been
to
a running
drop.
joke at my. It's been a running joke at my job that like I wasn't gonna drop an album. Like niggas are like, oh, I believe when I see it. Like this has been a running joke for a long time. So, yeah,
Were the
but
Cardi allegations like finally we had this joke for like years now, but is it finally like, do you think it's finally like bleeding into like your real life shit?
yes,
Damn.
absolutely.
God damn.
I knew it was bad when I went to the fucking gym and somebody asked me about the album. That's how I knew it was fucking bad. Mind you, I did not talk to this nigga for I don't even know how long. So, yeah. Which like at the end of the day, like I'm grateful for that because like I would rather it be that way. You know what I mean? No matter how annoying it is. I would absolutely rather it be that way than, no one looking out for my shit. So, it is a blessing nonetheless.
Yeah,
But
it's good to have people in check
yeah.
and shit. So
But yeah, so like I said, Trust in Me was the original cover, and the original cover was going to basically the reason why I didn't go with that cover is because the album didn't fit that cover anymore.
the narrative,
This
yeah.
Yeah, it didn't fit the narrative anymore. But yeah, because it was supposed to be a lot more dark and gloomy, like I said. But you know what I mean. I can go into more detail, but I don't want to like fuck up any of your questions if you have more about it. We
Nah,
can.
it's cool. I like that it alternates my shit because I can at least like see what I could scratch off and shit. Or if I have any new
Right.
questions to ask, which is always dope to
Rush
see.
chat, rush chat.
But um yeah, another question. Well, I have like 13, right? But
Cool,
I
cool, cool.
damn. Yeah. So this is about like more scrap shit, but yeah, you had me involved for a skit, which
Right.
I thought was funny because it was just a random day. You were like, "Yo, could you do a skit?" I had to go outside and fucking go outside and do it. and it wasn't on here, which doesn't bother me. Obviously, I don't really give a fuck. But what intrigues me is the idea for skits on your albums, like your future albums. And will you ever do any of
Yeah.
those for like anything else or not?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. There was a couple of things that didn't make it on. There was actually a lot of skits that didn't end up being what I thought they would. There's still
Mm.
skits on the album, but they're not
They're
like
not like
there was a
Kendrick
lot.
Lamar or Good Kid, Mad City. It was just like
No, no, no.
small, quick ones.
No, I like that you bring up Kendrick because Lige was actually supposed to be on the album like a lot,
Damn.
ironically. Yeah, so there was gonna be a lot of portions where, like I said, it was a darker album, and there was a skit I strictly remember that there was going to be a skit where whether it be Lige or whoever played the character, it was going to be something about like someone calling me and be like, "Yo, where you at? We at the party, bro. What you doing? Where you at, bro? Like pull up, nigga. What you doing? Like fuck all that sad shit, some shit like that." I forget exactly what the context was, but it was something along those lines. I strictly remember that one being an idea I had, and I was gonna go through with it until, like I said, a lot changed with the album. Um, a lot of more recent events changed the album as well. So
Mm. Yeah, I've
shit like
noticed
that.
that on the album you were talking like more thoroughly about like relationship problems, and I always let,
Yeah,
and this is a new question because it's just coming into the mind, and that's when I thought of like of adding it, but I didn't think like it would like I it had no significant meaning, but I feel like there was a lot involved in it, but during that whole thing, I think from Nightfall to So What, or even later on into that, it just kept talking about relationship problems. I don't know if that's like shit you actually gone through, or like just like things that could help
yeah.
people relate a little more to like, damn,
Um,
I'm homeless, or I have hoes, but I hate hoes.
nah, yeah. It's both. It's definitely shit I went through. But it was also like I didn't want to go too into detail. Um, for a couple reasons, but in general, I want it to be like something that people can relate to. If you do things that are too specific, people may not relate to it. Luckily, I was able to just kind of like generalize certain things and certain aspects. Like basically, still being vulnerable and giving a lot of like details and information without being like name dropping people. Basically, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I've always been very heavy on um, how people, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Not perspective, the way people perceive things. I think a lot of music, and I've always done this. I've never liked making music that's too like specific. You know what I mean? I really want everyone to be able to like listen to a song and you know what I'm saying? Like your idea of the song may not be the same as Williams. You know, his might not be the same as Pun's. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
everyone can relate to it in their own way because they can attach that to a part of them. You know what I mean? I think that's some of the best music, at least for me. Even like there's certain things that like within music that I listen to, I can't fully relate to, but the idea of it I can attach to a memory that I have and relate to it that way, if that makes sense.
Mm. Yeah, I
You feel
that
me?
makes that makes a lot of sense. It
Yeah, yeah.
makes the songs, at least because back like when I first started when I first heard the album, I was not big on something like So What, but I
Which
feel
is
like
funny you say that because I ironically, I'm sorry, actually no, I should say unironically. I knew you weren't gonna like that one. I shouldn't say I knew you weren't gonna like it, but I had a feeling there was gonna be like indifference there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But funnily enough, that's actually a lot of people's favorite song on the album,
Yeah, that's one
from
of
what I've been
Sushi's
hearing.
apparently. He said that it was like one that he really liked. So I'm like, damn, really? That's crazy.
Yeah,
But I'm also not surprised because I know people like the that type of sound for music.
yeah. I definitely wanted to go with a different sound than usual. I didn't want it to be the same copy and paste shit. So I'm pretty happy with that as well. But yeah,
Um yeah, this is more of like a personal one. It's not really personal, like, oh, it's like gonna get so deep into the like, fucking
yeah.
you Kendrick, right? But fucking
Nah,
like
explain.
I put since you moved to a different house, changed your working schedule, and have your own room. I know you didn't have time or privacy to make music back then, and that was why it was scarce to see a low Lexer release, not even a single or an EP. But with these changes to your life, do you think you have more time and motivation to release more music, like in the future, even like as a
Oh,
single, like this
absolutely,
year? Or
absolutely. This is
fuck yeah!
this will not be my last release this year.
Oh fuck!
Not even close.
Are we
If I'm
getting
being
like
honest,
I don't?
you who knows, you might get an EP. Who
Oh
knows?
shit!
Yeah,
Low
who
Lexer
knows, bro? You
EP.
might get an EP.
That
So originally, right now, this is I'm gonna say this because I know there's no way you would have this as a question. So I actually thought of, like I said, remember I said I never ended up doing the certain things I wanted to do. I thought about, I'm probably not gonna do it because I'd rather leave it untouched. But I definitely thought about, doing like a complete edition, like not necessarily deluxe, but like a complete edition, which might add more songs. Who knows? But I don't think I'm gonna do it. I'm probably gonna leave it the way it is,
that was
just
actually a
so
question. I think I put I
Oh, sure, really?
It was like that was like a new question I was gonna add because add to because you when you were talking about like when we were talking about the time release and time length about how long it took for you to make music or some shit, the album at least. I was gonna ask you like
Yeah.
quickly, like, are you gonna add like a bonus like, are you gonna add bonus tracks or like a deluxe to the album, or is this just gonna be like the fully length, the full uh album that we get for this year?
Yeah. Like I said, who knows? It's not off the table. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'll do it. I feel like no, but like I said, it's never off the table. Like if I end up finishing the ideas that I originally had, and what's it called? I decide that I want to do it and I want to go through with it. I'll most likely do it.
Hmm.
So you know what I mean? Realistically, considering its complete edition, I may or may not have a different cover. I may just take it down and then re-upload it with the same cover, but it will be the complete edition. So who knows? It depends on what people want to see. If people want to see a new cover, maybe I'll think about it. Like I said, it's never off the table. Like there's absolutely going to be a lot more music coming from now on because
Yeah.
I have the ability to create.
Speaking of the covers being different, this is a new question, but since you're gonna talk about like if you do decide to make like a deluxe or a complete version of the album, will you add like will you make that exact same cover? Like if you do have the exact same cover, are you gonna want it like illustrated, like 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 somebody redrew it or some shit?
Yeah, I have no idea, honestly. Um, it's definitely possible. That's definitely an idea I had.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, like it's definitely possible.
Um. Cool. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
like I said,
also
it all depends on whether or not I do it. But like I said, it's never off the table.
I'm gonna also ask the other question for the scrapped album. I know you said you weren't gonna release it, but is there gonna be
Yeah.
like a chance in time where you decide, fuck it, let me rework on it, or I think it would be a good time to just drop this shit, or like at least do something like different for that album, because I don't think you
Um,
necessarily need to drop it, but I feel like there would be a moment in time where you're like feeling like it'd be a good chance to release this project to just show people how you currently feel at the moment in your life.
um, I don't know. Realistically, I don't know. It was like I said, this album has changed fucking 40,000 times. You know what I mean? Hence the reason everything changes forever. Um, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna explain the album's meaning yet because I'm assuming that's a question. So I'll wait on that one. But yeah, the old album, that shit's probably not gonna drop. At least album wise. I may take songs off of the original one. And like I said, I can't necessarily say original because like it was all kind of one album. It wasn't like, oh, the album was done, but I changed it entirely and now it's this album. It was all just like, I want this to go into this, and then this song's gonna go here, and then I want this to be the ending. I want this to be the meaning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Originally, it didn't really start as like, oh, this is exactly how it's gonna start and end. It was more of just like I had ideas, and I wanted them to all work together cohesively, and I just wanted to kind of just explain how I felt. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, because like I said, there's still some parts of this album that are from that period. I'd say So What and More Than Deserved were kind of from that period. Not exactly though. Definitely a little later on. But yeah, like I said, the original album's most likely not going to release. Well, no, it will not release. I would hope not, because like I said, it was just like the original album I had was a lot fucking darker and sadder and just more depressing. So I was like, you know what I mean? Along the way, I was like, this shit's not gonna fucking work. Like the original album started with I kid you not, this is a quote, and I don't even have to look at it. I believe the original like start of the album, the opening line of the fucking album was, "I might end up like all my heroes because all my favorite heroes are dead," or
Damn.
some shit like that. That was essentially what that was. So yeah, I was like, there's a lot of shit like that on the original project, and I was like, this might not be the one. I probably shouldn't drop this shit, just because like it was too fucking depressing, and I was like, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, that's
But
actually fucked up.
yeah,
I
I was
could
like, that's
see
probably not gonna work.
why you wouldn't release it, but I'm also thinking of it from like a perspective, like a lens from like balloonerism and faces, right? Because that's Mac Miller.
Yeah,
Like Mac Miller had
yeah,
faces drop first because balloonerism was too dark. So I'm assuming
yeah, yeah,
later on, like if you just feel like you're ready to drop it, it'll be like a or ready to drop this uh scrapped album, I guess. Pretty much it's technically like shelved, but if you're
yeah,
whenever you're ready, you just drop it. And I feel like it could also just be like one of your more vulnerable but also relatable works. So that's like a
yeah.
thing
No,
not to
yeah,
take out the
absolutely.
table.
It realistically nothing's off the table at this point. You know what I mean? Just having my own area to, finally fucking record. You know what I mean? Having my own space, having my own peace. For 2 years straight, I had no peace of mind, and honestly, I've had a lot of time to reflect over the past like month and a half. I've finally had my own space, been on a new schedule. You know what I'm saying? A lot happened at the same time,
Yeah.
and absolutely a blessing. And um, it's just I really recognize a lot of things that I wasn't doing for myself. And that's kind of like in this album. You know what I mean? It's definitely parts of that, but yeah, like I said, nothing's necessarily off of the table. I still have all the notes. You know what I'm saying? I have the verses, so I have the beats. So if I end up, wanting to say fuck it, I'm gonna drop that John. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who knows? I thought about doing the DLC pack. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Who knows? Anything
Hmm.
is possible.
I like that. I noticed you were a lot more melodic and went deeper into the R&B side of music that reminded me a little bit of Bryson Tiller and in a way Giveon. Um, if he was laid back, if they were both on laid back lo-fi production, will there ever be a project, low Lexer project that's just strictly based off of like R&B or different other genres?
Absolutely,
Fuck yeah,
100%.
that's dope.
Um, yeah, actually, uh, thing is, I don't know what to answer here because like I said, I don't want to fuck up your your questions, but yeah, no, definitely, there's absolutely gonna be more projects that are less rap focused, but at the end of the day, I've always wanted to make sure that people got something they wanted. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
I know more than I'm not gonna say more than anybody, but like I know pretty much more than anybody, or just as much as anybody. I should say. I know just as much as anybody how it feels to listen to a project by an artist that you like and be disappointed because nothing on there interests you. So I've always made it my goal to, no matter what, have something for everybody, regardless of whether it's heavily rap focused, whether it's just heavily melodic focused, R&B, whatever you want to consider it. I've always wanted to make sure that people can still like tap in and be like, especially for like the more casual listener that doesn't really like go back to albums like that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, and yeah, I think that was also one of my goals as well. And I feel like I succeeded with it, honestly, based on the feedback I've gotten. I didn't want this to be one of those like this isn't supposed to be one of those albums like we've seen what I've dropped before. It's definitely basically you're rewarded for looking deeper into it. But if you don't, you can still enjoy it.
And still enjoy
I,
it.
I should say. I should say it like that. Like you can enjoy it without looking deeper into it, but the deeper you look into it, the more you're gonna like it, basically.
Hmm.
But this was definitely geared towards the more casual listeners because this, like I said, this isn't one of those albums that like you listen to it the first time, then you listen to it in reverse, then you listen to it out of order, and then you dissect the lyrics, and then you buy the vinyl so you can see what the fucking inside of it says. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not one of those. It's not one of those. And I think it paid off because, like I said, I really wanted something that I can be vulnerable. Like for a lot of the first half tracks, I wanted tracks that I could be melodic and catchy. That was my main thing. I wanted to work on my hook game, and I'm very happy about it because I think my hook game was way, way, way better
Oh, it was
than
a
my
higher
past works.
improvement than like a bunch of your earlier works. I think
Yeah,
it really shows like that you truly actually give a fuck about the music you put out, and not be like these other artists that just do a bunch of shit but they don't really do or say anything that really
yeah,
have any
like
important
recycle shit.
meanings. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
some recycled like
All my niggas shoot
artist
like
shit.
Steph.
Yeah, you can't. Not everybody can be
I'm so
Steph,
tired
bro.
of that shit. I'm so tired of that
The only
fucking
one that
line,
had a
bro.
valid line for that was Jordan Ward. Like that's
That,
because it's
but
funny.
that's because it was funny. Yeah, that shit was funny, and it wasn't like literally like, you know what I'm saying, just as simple as my niggas shoot like Steph, like you know what I mean, or my niggas shoot like NBA player, fucking, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was one of my biggest things. It was more like a not challenge to myself. Like obviously the challenge was fucking time, but one of my biggest things I wanted to do was make sure that my hook game. Damn it, it got smacked. I wanted to make sure my hook game was better, like way better. Because if you look at where do we go from here, half of the songs don't have hooks.
Yeah, they don't.
So,
But that also adds some charm because it kind
yeah,
of like
it doesn't take away.
it makes me think of like MF Doom's Mad Villainy, where there's or Logic's No Pressure, because in that album there were only 5 songs on the album where there was only 5 hooks, hence the song 5 hooks. And I thought it was like pretty interesting that there'd be some albums out there
You know
that
what?
don't have hooks.
I actually never knew that about the no pressure one. That's actually new information to me. I did not know that's why Five Hooks was called Five Hooks.
Oh shit. Yeah, that was like
Yeah,
one reason why that was called 5 hooks.
yeah, I never knew that. That's actually pretty fire. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing wrong with the fact that there weren't hooks. But this was definitely, like I said, if I wanted to make this more not mainstream appeal,
But
but like if
more
I wanted
like
to be more broad
to
to it,
casual
like
listeners.
yeah, I don't want to say casual in a bad way, but
Yeah, that's not.
casual in the way that like we're not casual listeners when we listen to music. We're gonna dissect that shit.
Like
We're
we
gonna
take
analyze
this
it
shit
because that's what we
serious,
love.
but there's people that just
That's
like
what
the
I'm
music
saying.
for just the sound.
Yeah,
I
people
guess.
just want to hear. Yeah, people just want to hear shit that's relatable, that sounds good. So my thing is, I've always wanted to stay true to myself. You know what I mean? I've never wanted to like switch up on some weird shit just to chase a quote unquote hit record or anything like that. So, like I said, I've always wanted to just like do something that sounds mainstream enough, but I'm still saying shit. I'm not just bullshitting with it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I was very happy with the way that came out, honestly. For like I said, for the hook game, more than deserved. A lot of these hooks were freestyled, by the way.
Damn.
Majority of the album is freestyled, actually. Um, but yeah, the So What was absolutely freestyled. More than deserved was freestyled. Like hook wise. And what else? What else? What was? Oh yeah, to circle back to one of the other questions you had. Trust in Me was originally a beat switch as well, and it was a different beat. It
Hmm.
was it was made around the same time as So Much to Tell. So I had about 3 songs. Nightfall is actually the oldest song. I lied. Nightfall
Nightfall.
was like Forgotten Dreams era. No, I'm lying. It wasn't Forgotten Dreams era. It was like Where Do We Go From Here era.
What year? What year did that album drop? Like 2024.
2024.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nightfall came out. Well, I might be lying. I might be lying my ass off. I think it came out early 2025. So not too long after Where Do We Go From Here. But it was
That's
definitely like it was around like October of 2024, like early 2025, if I had to guess. I'm sure I'm probably wrong, but it was definitely around that time. This is an old song. It's been like completely done for a while. Like I didn't touch it, like skit and all.
yeah. So it was just staying in like the vault for a while.
Pretty much, yeah. Like I knew no matter what the album sounded like, I knew that was gonna be on there. So
I
yeah,
like
that
that.
was a pretty old one.
I think
But
that's
yeah, like I said,
interesting.
ironically, it was always the second song as well.
How do you feel about, well, this is like a new one, right? But how do you feel about like your evolution in music now that Scattered is turning, since no one knows about Scattered, but this is like
Holy shit.
your oldest fucking album that's never gonna come out or be seen in the
Realistically,
public.
it's a mixtape, but
It's a mixtape, yeah, but um how do you feel about your evolution since now Scattered is turning like I think 7 years old?
okay. Well, Scattered will hopefully never
It'll
reach the
be
internet
7, yeah.
ever. The only way Scattered reaches the internet is if Nardwar gets to me. So, you know, that's the only fucking way that comes out as public information. You know, it would be cool for that to be the case. Would also not be cool. So hopefully niggas never fucking somehow manage to find that. But yeah, no, evolution has definitely been an important part to me. And my thing is like I've always wanted to I don't know. The thing is, like I said, there's certain things I want to say, but I don't want to fuck up any other questions. But I figured, you know what, fuck it. I'll just, you know, say it. It doesn't really matter too
Yeah,
much.
let it
I
go,
guess.
bro.
It's probably,
I don't really
what's it
got
called?
much questions like that, but I think
Yeah.
it's
So,
still good to hear it from you.
sorry, my fault. Ask the question one more time. It was evolution. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, okay, I got it. Evolution. Yeah. So, I with this album, this was honestly this was the most stressed I've ever fucking been to drop an album. Absolutely, like bro, I felt nothing when that album dropped. I was just happy that shit was fucking out and I was done stressing. That was literally it. Um, I was not like happy like oh it's out yeah. It was literally just like get this the fuck out of my hands please. But as far as evolution goes, like I said, I've always wanted to do I want to do better with every album. But for once, this is honestly an important thing for me. This was the first time. This is why like it's called Everything Changes Forever because what Everything Changes Forever actually means it has two meanings. So obviously there's the simple meaning everything changes forever. Oh, this is the album that changes everything forever. Cool. There's that one. That's for the casual listener. But if you dig deeper into it, what it really means is that the only thing that stays constant in life is change.
Damn.
That's what it really means.
I did not
Yeah.
think of it like that. I was just thinking like, I guess because I've been more listening to like KKB, right? So I've been like
Yeah.
thinking of because all they talk about is like growing up and like shit's never gonna be the same again. So now that I've kind of like it kind of for me personally it's like in a whole circle like damn everybody's talking about fucking change. I'm talking about change.
Yeah,
I'm
full
listening to
circle.
albums about change, and I think that's kind of beautiful in a way to talk about the album like that. For
Yeah.
Everything Changes Forever because it's not even like in a negative way, I guess, to portray it like that. It's like, damn, it's gonna like shit's gonna change, but maybe shit could get
Yeah, like I
better.
said, it's just essentially about like to sum it up, it's pretty much about accepting change and accepting that like everything changes forever. There's no like you know what I mean? Like the person you were last year, you're not the same person. You know what I mean? And I've kind of like explored this topic a couple times, kind of like February 11th. I've explored it a little bit, but this was like I really wanted to like talk about it rather than like being like oh this because I've talked about just being afraid of change and being like oh I'm not the same person or da, 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 you know what I mean. And this album is more about accepting the fact that like time waits for nobody. Like everything changes forever. It's always changing. You're changing. Um nah, I'm not gonna spoil that yet because that's yeah, I can't say that yet. This is confidential information. Never mind. So I was gonna say something, but it's kind of confidential. I'm gonna wait like until I'm ready to like release it. But yeah,
Hmm.
like I said, everything changes forever. It's like the cycle of change. The only thing that's constant is change. So like I said, you get rewarded for looking more deep into the album and its themes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because on the surface, some people might say, oh, it's like about relationships, it's about whatever the fuck, blah blah blah. But which it is. It is about, you know, a lot of things like that because that was an important part of my life. This was kind of not a deep explanation of what I've been going through the past 720 days, 2 years. You know what I
Damn.
mean? But yeah, it's a long ass time. Um, it's not a full deep dive and explanation, because that would have been a lot. That would have made it a lot more like complex of an album, which
A bit cheesy,
I
to
didn't
be
feel like.
honest.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like doing that shit. You know what I mean? It would have made it way too complex, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. But yeah, this was supposed to kind of be like this is where I've been, and this is the shit that I've been going through, kind of shit. You know what I mean? While also, like I said, appealing to just a casual listener that just wants to hear good music. You know what I mean? Good, relatable music. Um, so yeah, like to go back up to the original question about evolution, this was the first time in a long time, I'll say, that I genuinely just made music that I felt in the moment. You know what I mean? Because I've had the issue of making music for the purpose of expectations. You know what I mean? Rather than me enjoying it.
Yeah.
And that also didn't help. Obviously, we know like I didn't have anywhere to record. But on top of that, I just wasn't really motivated to record
You
anything
weren't.
or even try to,
It
because
feels
like
like you were. Sorry for cutting you off, but it feels like you were like trying to get the not attention, but the exception of others to
the
see
appease,
like
yeah,
how
to
yeah the
appease.
appease to appease others of
Yeah,
of your music being like I feel like you were trying to answer your own question of are you good enough in your by having other people have form opinions of your own shit when it should have been like your own you talking about your own things like that.
yeah. So essentially, right? Basically, I'll say it like this. So it became. How do I even go about this? Let me pull it up, because I have something I need to look at to know what I'm referencing, so I don't miss anything. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it goes. All right, let me look at this real quick. Make sure I'm looking at the right shit. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, basically, um, I ended up in a so shit. I ended up in a kind of like, not, I don't want to say mood, but like a time period where I wasn't making music because I wanted to make music. I was making music because it was expected. Every other day, I have somebody asking me when's the album dropping. I got every, like, people trolling, my friends at work trolling me like, oh yeah, the album's never dropping. Yeah, all right, nigga, we gonna see when's the album dropping. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
shit like that. And it became more of just like, how would this group of people feel if I made this? How would this group of people feel if I made that? Would people like this if I dropped this? I don't know. And it became less of creative expression and more of just an expectation to release something. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's what kind of like I was able to, and I've been doing that for a while. You know what I mean? But it was at its worst because like I just couldn't think of anything that I truly wanted to release, because there's been a lot of things where I'm like, oh, I want to drop this, but it just doesn't fit with
It
the shit
doesn't
that I
fit
normally
with
would
your
drop.
theme. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I guess your
And
brand. But
yeah, I guess essentially. But like I said, it's more of an expectation. People have a certain standard, not necessarily a standard, but like a certain sound that they expect, I guess. And that was kind of like my thought process on that for a while. And um I was able to overcome that and really just like for once make music that I felt. You know what I mean? Music that I wanted to make. Not that I didn't want to make the music that I've made before, but it wasn't as much pressure to, I guess you could say, pressure to perform. It was
overwhelming.
more of just like, yeah, I guess you could say that. But it was just more of like, this is how I'm feeling right now. I'm gonna record this shit. I like this shit. I'm gonna drop this shit. You know what I mean? Shit like that. It wasn't necessarily like about like, oh, what if this group of people doesn't like this one? Like this might not appeal to the casual listener. This might, da da da. You know what I mean? Because when I first started music, like I'm like you said, 7 years. Damn, was this a damn? It was about 7 years ago.
Yeah,
I
August
mean, back then it
5th, I
was
think.
just more bullshit. Like I didn't take shit seriously until after conclusion. Like my real catalog starts what moving on until
Yeah,
next
moving
time
on.
ish, around that area, or sorry, around that era. Um, so like before that, like it wasn't even then. Like I had obviously like um been acknowledged in like the music scene, I guess you could say. Like I had like listeners, followers, all that kind of shit. Um, and I feel like after maybe Forgotten Dreams was when that kind of like expectation to perform kind of started.
Skyrocketing.
Um, yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty much where it started after that. Because before, I was just trying shit. You know what I mean? I was just doing shit because I liked it. It was a way for me to express myself. You know what I mean? Like, music's always been therapeutic. I've never had an issue with being vulnerable. You know what I mean? I never had a problem with that. Um, but yeah, I definitely feel like there were certain things that I experimented on more. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't afraid to show my musical taste and my influences more before that, and shit like that. Not that I don't do that now, but it was definitely more prominent before. I feel like,
Yeah,
and like I said, it was just more. It was more fun. Music was fun. It was a lot more fun.
it
Um,
wasn't like peer
it was
pressure.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. It wasn't pressure to drop shit that people want to hear and shit like that. And the thing is, like, I was just overthinking that shit crazy because, like, at the end of the day, what I've kind of recognized with music is that you don't know what people will like. You can obviously um, try and like curate a certain type of sound that you think people will like, but 9 times out of 10, the song that you think people are gonna like the most
they're
ends up
gonna
not
be
even
like
being the one that people
the
like.
weakest tracks,
It ends up
maybe.
being not even that. It's just like the song you think would be like, oh, this one's the one. Like people are gonna fuck with this one. They end up liking, you know, that song. But the song you go, okay, well, people aren't really gonna fuck with this one that much. But it's whatever. It's towards the end of the album or whatever. It's towards the start of the album or whatever the fuck. It's like okay, this is a filler track. But people end up latching on to certain songs. You know what I mean? Like music is subjective, obviously, and you can't really like predict what people will like. You know what I mean? I've come to notice that. Like
Mm.
songs that I think people won't like, they end up liking. You know what I mean? Um, so which obviously good for me, but it's shit like that. Like you can't really predict how people will react to something. So you know, like I said, this was one of the first times where I really like just got to enjoy the process of making shit. Obviously, it got a little more stressful towards the end because I need to drop shit. But regardless, um, like I said, I wanted to do a different sound. This was I don't know if you have a question about inspirations of the album,
Yeah, that was
but
gonna be my
this
next one.
was okay. You want to ask a question then?
Uh, Hold on, wait, where is it? I'm trying to find it. Well, yeah, I guess that was gonna put like, was there an artist that motivated you to work on this project? If so, who or what album led you to this trajectory? But also, I was gonna put like that. The other question I was gonna put was, what was your favorite song you worked on during the makings of this project?
That's a good question. I don't know what my favorite song would be during the making of it. Probably "Trust in Me," but my favorite song ended up being "So What." To be honest,
Mm.
that song did not sound the way it sounded originally until I went to the studio and re-recorded it. So, cause it went from one of the weaker tracks to one of my favorites for me, just because like it sounded way better when I ended up re-recording it in the studio. So that was fun. Like I said, the everything changes thing. Like this was also like a first time for a lot of things. This was the first time I, went to a studio. This was the first time that and first time in a while that I, made music for myself, I guess you could say, and things like that. This is the first time that I, what else? What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, no, it's not the first time I had a photo shoot technically, but like I said, I can't really think of everything right now. There's a list of things, but this was essentially this was the first time for a lot of things that I did for my music. Um, so yeah, um, Sorry, what was the question again? I'm not gonna lie. I
Oh
got,
yeah,
I
yeah.
got off
Sorry.
track.
Well, pretty much like that fucking
Oh yeah,
Tyler
yeah.
joke.
Favorite song.
The whole fucking interview one. The who or what inspired you?
Who? I swear I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. Or what? Yeah. So, to some people it might not make sense, but to some people it may. I'm pretty sure, like, especially like if I once I say it, I think it'll make sense. This was very heavily Kid Leroy inspired. Um,
Hmm. What the fuck?
Originally, yeah, this was Kid Leroy inspired for sure. Not the whole album, but it was
I
definitely
guess
Kid Leroy
this like
inspired.
more of like the sound, maybe like the.
Yes, I really wanted to shape a certain sound, uh, kind of similar to the first time, but this was Kid Leroy and I guess you could say like the ASAP Rocky technically. Um, for certain songs, I guess you could say Clams Casino really, but really ASAP Rocky. Um, but yeah, no, this was definitely Kid Leroy inspired. It was inspired by a lot of things, not just one artist, but I'd say the heaviest influence was probably Kid Leroy. Um, for certain things, you know what I mean. But yeah, like I said, I don't remember every single inspiration. There was a couple for the main sound, but it was definitely I wanted to make a very atmospheric sounding album. So I feel like I did pretty well at crafting the sound that I wanted. So I'm definitely not too disappointed with that. Pretty happy with what I ended up making.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall pretty happy with it. Like I said. But yeah.
What was your least favorite
Who
track on the
or
album?
what?
Who or what?
My least favorite track on the album.
Yeah, like so
Um,
that you worked on or just overall think is your least favorite?
I don't know. Maybe Forever Again.
Hmm.
Um,
Is that the outro?
I lo- yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the outro. Uh, yeah, maybe that song. Nothing particularly wrong with it. It's just like it didn't end up being mixed the way that I wanted it to be mixed. But other than that, I mean, nothing really too crazy. Um, that one ended up having a beat switch, which was cool. Um, yeah, this was like one of the times where I didn't really like. I know normally, like I said, I'm known for having those big outros. This wasn't one of those albums where I wanted to have anything like crazy. I didn't want a big ass outro with what I'm saying, some crazy shit. 'Cause I've done it multiple times already, and that's not to say I won't do it again. I fucking love my samples. You know me. That's nigga. That song is a sample.
Yeah.
But you know, like I said, I didn't want it to be like this fucking big ass finale. You know what I mean? I didn't want it to be like. I know, like, my past two projects. Not that I wanted to be like sad, but I didn't want it to be like, oh, don't worry, everything's gonna be good at the end. You know what I mean? I wanted
Yeah.
it to kind of like be left on a more like somber note.
In a way,
Because
ominous.
yeah, I guess you could say because like that's what the project's about. It's not about knowing everything. Um, you know what I mean? It's about literally the unknown. So I didn't really want it to be like I didn't want it to seem like I had everything figured out because I don't. You know what I mean? It's more just about rather than trying to fight change, accepting it. But that doesn't mean that I know everything about change. You know what I mean? I didn't want it to be a big like ending to the album. I wanted it to be like just a normal somber ending. Like, not normal, but just more somber, like I said. So, like I said, came out well. Can't be too disappointed with it. But if I had to say one, probably that one. I wasn't the intro changed completely. That whole intro was freestyled.
Damn, what the fuck? Everything.
Yeah, that shit was freestyle as fuck. Cause I literally have the original intro. It sounds nothing like that one.
Well, you dropped that one or nah?
I don't know. Probably not. Only because like it kind of ties into the album. so I probably won't. Like, it kind of only makes sense within the album, so I don't know. Maybe it's possible. We'll see. Like I said, at this point, nothing's, you know,
Impossible,
off
I
the
guess.
table for real. Yeah, nothing's entirely off the table, so we'll see. But yeah, that one was pretty much freestyle as fuck. I wasn't even expecting people to like the intro, to be completely honest, but people did. So
That
I'm
was
happy
like
about that.
low key top top 3 tracks off the album, in my opinion.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Let me see if I got any more, because I don't really have like. Again, I only had 13. Even though like we had like a whole week, it was really not that easy to make the questions, because I wanted to come in with this like being like more. I guess I wanted longer questions, just not like shorter ones, because like I don't really need the filler. I want to get deep into the shit. I didn't have anything for like lyrics because Genius wasn't open at the time. I don't think I checked.
Yeah,
it's open
Genius
now.
wasn't. Yeah. That was last week. I don't know exactly when. Maybe like Wednesday. I have no idea exactly when. But yeah. But like I said, the lyrics are up now on Genius if anybody wants to go look at those. The only song currently with annotations is Changes, I think. Could be wrong. Don't know. Didn't check.
There was one song on there I checked before the stream that there was I think it was the intro that didn't have like lyrics.
Had no lyrics.
Yeah, had no lyrics.
Yeah, that'll come when it comes. I'll fix it. But yeah, you know, this album has fair share of like, you know, barring up type shit. But
yeah,
like I said, I really wanted a very easy listening experience for this album. I didn't want anything to be crazy. I'd say the biggest change is probably Changes, ironically. It's probably the biggest switch up. And Changes is absolutely one of my favorite songs. I think Changes is one of my best written songs, probably ever, personally.
Over something like Effortless Audio, or even, I guess, well, I'm thinking of like your older stuff in the mix I think is like really good, and one of them was Effortless Audio, just because of how great and lyrical that was.
Effortless Audio might be my best song. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I think Effortless Audio, Job's Not Finished. I think those are two of my best songs easily. But you know, it's not necessarily about lyrically. It's more about the content that I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's obviously lyrical stuff in it, but it's not just like lyrical. Like, where do we go from here with a lot of showing niggas like what I fucking do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, it's not necessarily like anything that's supposed to be like crazy, you know?
Yeah.
It's just some real shit, you know? So, like I said, very happy with how it came out. Changes is easily one of my favorite songs on the project. Honestly, I couldn't even pick. Like I said, So What is probably my favorite song, just because like I was so surprised at how well it came out, and it's a lot of people's favorite songs actually.
It's growing on me a little bit. I think the story of it being like the story of like the changes of it kind of makes me more like thrilled by the song, because when I first heard it, obviously I already said that I wasn't a big fan of it, but I think hearing more about it, I'm like, I think it's nice. It's like fine.
No, yeah, like I said, So What's real shit. It's not me just bullshitting saying like, oh, I miss my bitch, I list that and third. It's like it's real shit. There's real stories about it. The album's not even about one girl. Well, I'm not gonna say it's the album, but the songs that are talking about relationship shit, it's not about one girl. So, yeah. Like I said, bro, it's been 2 years since I dropped my last one, and even during my last one, it wasn't even about the two girls I'm talking about here. So, and that's the thing. I'm never gonna get too specific, just in case somebody hears it, because it's absolutely possible.
Possibilities.
You know what I mean? So I was like, you know, let me not get too specific, but yeah. Like, that's why the hook literally just came to me effortlessly, because that shit just came from the fucking heart, nigga. Like, trying to chill with the guys, have a good time. So what? I'm just trying to tell you be fucking up the vibe. So what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, like so what? Like what the fuck do you want from me? Let me do my shit. Let me like enjoy my fucking life.
Let
But
me talk.
shit like that. But like shit like that, you know what I mean? And like I said, to bring it back to the reflecting thing after like my schedule has changed, it really made me put into perspective that like my life for the past 2 years has been like so fucking not bare bones, but like I wasn't living. I was alive, but I wasn't living. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And it's just like I don't know. Like I look back at certain shit. I'm just like, damn, that job fucked up so many opportunities to do shit, so many things, and that shit did like genuine psychological damage to me. Not like permanent damage, obviously,
But
but
just
like
more like,
it made me pick up bad habits for sure. Um, Such as like counting down the fucking hours until I got work. You know what I mean? Like time became a really sensitive thing for me. Like I didn't want to hang out with friends. And like it's shit like that is just what made me more fucking depressed. You know what I mean? It was a bad cycle because Monday through Friday, I'm going into work and a few hours later it's pitch the fuck black. I
and you're
go to work
going to
on Monday.
sleep.
I don't leave and yeah, I go to work on Monday. I don't leave till Tuesday and I have work Tuesday. You know what I mean? So shit like that, doing that shit for 2 years straight, like I said, put it in perspective, 720 days straight. We're not obviously
Straight.
excluding the weekends and fucking holidays. So that only gives us like maybe 30 days. You know what I'm saying? Maybe what? In a year, we'll say like 30 days a year, maybe 25 days, something like that. I don't fucking know. Maybe a little bit more because the weekends, there might not be that many weekends in a year, realistically. Because let's think about it, right? There's two, 4, 6, 8, 8 weekends per month, right? So let's do 8 times 12. That's probably like 60 something.
No,
8
8
times
times
12.
12 is around like
Oh, it's
80,
96.
96. Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. But it didn't really change too much, to be completely honest, because my weekends, like, they didn't feel like weekends. I would genuinely
It
be
just felt
like
like a
super
break.
barely, you know what I mean? It just felt like cool down until I had work. Basically, it didn't feel like a weekend. It felt like cool down until I had work. And don't get me started on fucking if I fucking slept like half the day, because obviously I'm waking up late as fuck normally because that's when work is. So
Yeah.
you
Chat
know what I mean?
or
God
YouTube.
forbid I fucking,
This
you
motherfucker
know,
would not like get. There would be days where he just wouldn't get on, and I can't even blame him just because he told me his schedule was like complete utter dog shit. Mind you,
fucking horrible.
mind you, I live in Cali, so I'm in the West. By the time he's at work, it's like 3 p.m. for him. For me, it's like for me it'd be like 12. So I'm like I was like
Mm,
first questioning like, damn, his job must fucking suck, because this was back in like last year college. I'm over here having
2024,
a
yeah.
jolly
Oh yeah.
ass time trying to like learn something new with like shit, and then he's over here like fucking stressing in a what was it, a fucking warehouse? You're still in that
Yeah.
bitch, right? But it's like just daylight now.
Oh, it's no, bro. It's so much fucking better. I've literally had like my coworkers were like, "Oh, we miss you. When you gonna come back? You should come back." I was like, "I'd rather kill myself." That's not
Oh,
a joke.
oh my god,
That's not a
that's
joke.
not. I
I
can't. I
would
don't.
genuinely rather kill myself than go back to that disgusting shift. That shift, like I said, like no, not irreversible damage. Let me rephrase that. It literally did psychological damage to me because that shit was so fucking bad. Like that shit made me like not want. Like I said, that's the shit that made me more depressed because I'm fucking during the weekends. I don't want to go out late. My friends trying to go out party. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the city. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go drink. Let's go have fun. And then let's get home at fucking 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Nigga, no. Like you know what I'm saying? That
I
shit had
got
me
work in
fucking.
the morning.
No, like honestly, I'm better now because like now I can come home. I can eat a normal meal. You know what I mean? I'm coming home and my parents are making food. You know what I'm saying? I literally this was my fucking schedule for 2 years straight. 365 days. 2 years. Like I said, 720 days. I would wake up about 35 minutes before work. I'd hop up, get ready. I'd go to work. Like I said, I'd bring my lunch, whatever. I'd go to work. I'd work the entire shift, right? And then about halfway into my shift, before halfway, realistically, especially if we're talking like winter, um, and sometimes it would be like getting dark. Like during winter, it was getting dark while I was driving. Um, so like I said, excluding winter, like being dark as fuck. Like I said, I wake up about half an hour or so before work because I wasn't too far. I was on like 10, 15 minutes. Um, I get my shit, go straight to work. Off the wake up, go straight to work. Drink an energy drink at break time. Eat my food. Now it's pitch black. Finish my shift. Come home. In the middle of the fucking darkness because obviously, you know what I mean? And if I didn't have food at the crib, I went to Wawa because Wawa is the only place that's 24 hours. At least that was near me.
And he's not lying about that, bro. We would get on the games, bro. All he would do is be like, "Damn, I'm gonna go to Wawa or some shit."
Yeah,
Literally.
bro, Wawa's fucking, you know what I mean? That shit be clutch sometimes.
It sounds like a
Wawa's not good enough to
lifesaver.
be-
I have never been in
It's
that
not
bitch.
it's not good enough to eat like daily,
Yeah.
even remotely. But it's definitely clutch. Like the top tier time to get Wawa is like a road trip or some shit. Like you're going somewhere and niggas like, all right, fuck it, let's stop at Wawa, get an energy drink, get a fucking hoagie, get a, you know what I'm saying, get a
Wanna
fucking
go to
burger, get a
Wawa?
sandwich, whatever the fuck. Yeah, fuck it. What's it called? I don't remember the Smiling Friends quote, to be honest. But yeah,
I
like
was
no,
totally
like I said.
uncool with that.
But yeah, like I said, in simplest terms, like without making things extra complicated, basically you can sum it up to wake up, go to work, now it's pitch black, leave work in the dark, go home, eat my food in the dark, maybe watch YouTube for a little bit, and then go to sleep and repeat for 5 days straight until it was the weekend. So mind you, I was going home to not my own room, did not have my own space to decompress. I went home to a loud ass house. Every single night, loud as fuck, at like 3 a.m. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So shit was terrible, and it only got worse when like relationship shit started. I haven't really gone into this publicly, but I was doing things that were not healthy at all. So yeah, like it was terrible fucking. My schedule got worse. Entirely. Said I did not have time for a relationship. I did not lie. Did not have time for a relationship.
Yeah. You
Essentially,
also
what I was
even
doing.
had at the beginning of one of your tracks. Sorry again for interrupting, but that's
You good.
actually, I guess now that when you say it like that, when you pointed out like how fucking like not scarred, like how fucking crazy your life was during this time. I think about the line where you were talking about how you drank 3 Monster Energy drinks. That's one that I immediately caught up
That
on.
shit was some real ass shit.
That sounded like some fucking like, damn, I feel that one because I did the same shit damn near for college. That's low-key relatable.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, that was honestly such a fun track to make. That might have been my favorite track to make, actually. I think that answers your question from before. That was probably my favorite track to make because it was just like it was so easy because I was just saying shit. You know what I mean? And it was just real shit. You know what I mean?
It was like
literally some of my favorite lines on the album are on that shit. Like fucking, especially the fucking how's it, the whole honestly the whole scheme. The fucking I got 3 unskippable ads on YouTube. Already pissed off because I watched my favorite team lose. I fell asleep and woke up to reruns of Blue's Clues. Got Steve asking me questions like, "What would you do?" I fucking love that. That's my favorite sequence off the whole album. I'm not gonna lie.
Had me doing
I
the
don't know
stank
why.
face. Even in the fucking shit, I was like,
I don't know why, but there's something so symbolic about, like, I don't know the best way to describe the feeling. Like that's why I just like I'm not the best at articulating myself when it comes to certain things. That's why I'm better with the music shit because I can just say what I want in the music and like you can feel it. I'd rather you feel it than hear it. You know what I mean? Because that's the best way to understand shit. And that fell asleep and woke up to reruns of Blue's Clues. Got Steve asking me questions like, "What would you do?" You can interpret it multiple ways, and like I said, I like doing that in my music. But something I love is like certain things that like activate not memories, but like activate certain like emotions and invoke certain emotions. Like I'm a very big on I'm very big on perspective, like I said, and like you never know. One of my favorite words is sonder, and it basically just means everyone's living their own life. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I wake up and I know my life, but you're also living a life just like me. Like you have your own shit. Like you have a routine that you do. You know what I'm saying? Like you have your own routine for when you go to bed, when you get a shower, what you do. You know what I'm saying? What time, like when you wash your hair, what part of your body you start with when you wash your body in the shower, what
What's
type
the
of clothes you put on
yeah?
first. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. That's what Sonder means, and it's
What's your
such a
favorite
great
show
word
to
because like
watch?
literally like what's your favorite thing to do to decompress and relax, like how you eat your food, what type of condiments you put on your food, you know what I'm saying, how you do like certain activities. Like everyone has their own little like intricate ways of doing shit and their own mannerisms. Everyone has their own life. Everyone's living a life. Like you're gonna wake up tomorrow and live your life. Someone's living that same, like not same type of life, but someone's also living a life. You know what I mean? And it's different because like everyone in their life probably thinks like they're the main character because you are. You're the main character of your life, but someone's the main character of their life. You know what I mean? So like I said,
Sometimes people
Saunders are my
gotta like.
favorite words.
Sometimes people just be overdoing a bit too much. Sometimes, but I'm also like, because I want to understand some certain perspectives, but sometimes it's like a little difficult, you know.
Oh no, it's definitely hard. It's definitely hard. But like I said, to bring it back to the fell asleep and woke up to reruns of Blue's Clues. Got Steve asking me questions like, "What would you do?" It's something so like intriguing to me about the concept of like something so meaningless could mean so much to somebody depending on when you say it to them. You know what I mean? Like Steve asking you a fucking question on Blue's Clues could mean jack shit to you or any other time, but some type of like moment in your life that led up to that point, that question could unlock something in you. Like normally that shit wouldn't fucking matter, but like you know what I'm saying. But something is just so intriguing to me that in a cartoon of all things, asking you a question as almost if they're talking directly to you, is so unique, or not necessarily unique, but like so intriguing to me. Like I said, and that's why that's one of my favorite lines, because like it's just what you needed to hear at that moment, and you wouldn't like finding that shit in an unexpected ass place, you know.
Yeah, I think
That's
that's what
why that's one of
makes.
my favorite lines.
I think that's honestly like one of my favorite things about shows. Like you could literally the whole time you're not really caring about like the message, but when you revisit the show to kind of like get into your comfort zone, or even like just at a random point in time, like it's just on somewhere and you just overhear
Yeah.
like a question, it just like it's something clicks in your brain and then you start doing things that you want to do, or you just start thinking about like what your entire like you started to think about your like the moments that you were going through in like this whole year, and then you just start seeing like the flaws and what you could do better and shit.
Yeah.
So
Like I said, it's
I
just
think that's
that
beautiful.
line is really, yeah, no, like really it's that line is really about like finding that type of question in such an unlikely place, like that type of feeling in such an unlikely place, like literally. You know what I mean? Like it just, I don't know. There's something about it because, like I said, obviously normally you wouldn't give a fuck where's the whatever, where Blues could do whatever the fuck, right? Where's the whatever, right? But something about the idea of, you know, like there's already shit back to back that's going wrong. It's just real shit. It's not like, oh, my car broke down, nigga. I'm selling drugs. I'm on the street homeless. Like it's not no overly dramatic like traumatic experiences. It's just
Yeah,
simple like shit that's like I could, yeah, like I'm very um I'm a very big believer of making shit believable, especially like we've talked about how I feel about certain like games and movies and shit like that. When shit's so unbelievable and unrealistic to the point where you can't envision yourself being in that situation, you know what I mean? It's just like you kind of
yeah,
just like tune out of it. But why I love, you know what I'm saying, that sequence is because it's literally shit that happens to people on a day-to-day basis. I got 3 unskippable ads on YouTube. I'm already pissed off because I watched my favorite team lose. I fell asleep and woke up to reruns of Blue's Clues. Now Steve's asking me questions like, "What would you do?" You know what I mean?
mm,
Shit like that. It's just like I said, when you put more emphasis on it, like normally it wouldn't fucking matter, but when you put more emphasis on it and the things that led up to that moment could change your perspective on that question. Something so simple of what would you do could be completely like in the context of the show. He could be talking about anything. He could be talking about like fucking painting a painting. Like what color do you want to paint it? But all you heard was that specific question, and it woke something up. You know what I mean? And I just love the idea of that. So that's easily one of my favorite experiences making a song, at least for the album. And that was definitely one of my favorites because it just came so naturally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a fucking long ass, open-ended question. But yeah, sorry, not question, answer. That was a long ass, extended answer. But
No,
yeah, like I said, that's
that was like that's like what I wanted to hear, to be honest, for a podcast, at least, for asking questions about your music, because people don't really take time to really answer like a lot of the important shit like that. So I kind of,
yeah.
it's kind of dope just having you talk about it like this. Were you
Well,
really
yeah, I
waiting
appreciate you letting me in.
like a whole like until like the podcast, or for like a while, for people, like for you to not to hear like the input or thoughts of others for some shit?
Yes.
Damn. Because I remember you telling me.
Um, Obviously some people, just told me, like, I definitely, like I said, I got a lot of people that were, telling me their favorite songs and shit like that, and things of that nature. But for this conversation, yeah, I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to explain anything. I wanted it to all be saved for the podcast. You know what I mean? Um, which I think was worth it. But yeah, like I said, fucked with that song heavy. Shit like that.
Um, since again, this is another one. This isn't really for music, but this is more like for streaming and shit. Will you start streaming a little more later on, or are you gonna still wait until maybe December for like 14 days or some shit?
It
Or are you
will
thinking of
not be
coming back?
December. I can tell you that much. It will not be December.
Hmm.
Um, I don't want to be on some Corey Kenshin shit and give out a date because I know that like shit could happen. But realistically, I'd say within the next 2 months.
Is there any like reasoning to why it'd be like 2 months?
Just because like I want to make sure that my room is the way I want it to be. You know what I mean? For
Yeah.
my streams. I already got the big part, which is my vinyl wall. That was heavy importance. That was the number one thing realistically because I wanted a good backdrop. No longer are we sitting in the fucking corner next to a fucking
Like a box full
closet
of
door.
shoes next to the closet door. Yeah.
Yeah, we're no longer in that tiny ass space. You know what I mean? And like I said, like I said, I've had a lot of time to reflect, just enjoying my fucking life. You know what I mean? Uh, for once in the past, or sorry, for yeah, I guess for once in the past 2 years, um, I've been able to just enjoy, like, not stressing about work as much. Um, because like I said, this morning shift, at the end of the day, it's work, but it's just like it's so much more like peaceful knowing that I can come home and have this conversation. We wouldn't even be able to have this conversation after work. You know what I mean? Otherwise. So like that is another thing. Like I can come home. Like the first, literally, I think it was maybe the second day that I started this shift. I literally could not fucking believe it because I went home. So this is what happened. I went home, right, at normal time. I went home. I got food. I ate my food. I took a shower, took a nap for about an hour, and when I woke up, I realized, and I just fell asleep. I didn't even set an alarm. I just fell asleep. And I woke up and I realized that I did all that shit before I would have even been home if I would have left at a half day. If I would have took a half day on my actual shift, I still wouldn't be home before I
You
did all
did
that
all
shit.
that. Yeah.
I
Because
did
wouldn't
all
like
that
half
shit
day be like you would come home
8:30.
around like 8:30? Yeah. Okay.
Yep, 8:30 would be a half day.
I was gonna say
And when I
9.
woke up, it was 7:30. I
Damn.
did all that shit, and I woke up and it was 7:30.
Low
That
key,
shit.
that's greatness right there.
Actually, I don't even think it was 7:30. I think it was like 6:45 or 7 o'clock. I did all that shit. It was just like 3 or 4 hours of shit that I did, and I woke up before I would have even been home if I took a half day. You know what I mean? And even when I took half days, that shit, everything's closed anyways. Like, bro, I can deadass. I can just play ball after work if I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? I can come home, just chill for like an hour, not worry about fucking wasting time, and then I can hop on a game, or I can just fucking do whatever I want. You know what I mean? There's no more like, I don't know. I lived a really isolated life, and that's what I recognized. You know what I mean? And it was just a lot of just terrible shit. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna get into all the sad shit necessarily on stream because I think it might be a little too sad. Not too sad, but like not
Personal.
lighthearted enough. Not even personal. That's not the issue. It's just more like not lighthearted enough for the stream. You know what I mean? But I mean, it's up to you. I really don't give a fuck.
Nah, it don't
Cause
matter to me, bro. Because
I can go into it.
this podcast is strictly about you, bro. Like this album, this is supposed to be an album about like this is supposed to be a podcast about your album, but I feel like it's more important for you to just kind of like have some shit out there to really be like, yeah, my balls.
Real ass shit. I never thought about it like that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, a lot of I ignored my own feelings for a while. So that definitely took a toll. Obviously, you know, my grandpa passing. That's
Yeah.
also mentioned on the album.
R.I.P. I
Also,
don't know if I said that, but yeah, R.I.P.
yeah, no, I appreciate you. Mind you, that was a bar. I was flowing in that bitch when I said that shit.
Damn.
Let that be known, cause that what was it? No, that's I think was it. It might have been back in the day.
I'm pretty sure it was because I think it was because I have because I some I don't know.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It was
Was it the circles
what's
coming
the
back to
corner?
Earth
Yes,
line?
yes. I'm swimming in the stars. So what's the use on coming back to Earth? My grandpa in a hearse. I was hurt, and then it was back to work. That shit.
That's
That motherfucker. I was in that bitch flowing. I can't even lie. But it was some real ass shit though. I was very happy about that line. Because I don't want to speak about something and make it feel forced. I don't want to speak about something just because I want to speak about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like if I were to say like I didn't want it to like
Drag down.
I don't want to bring too much attention to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like I don't want to just be like, oh, by the way, rest in peace, grandpa. You know what I mean? Like that's so nowadays that's just so in one ear out the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For certain things. Like nowadays everybody got dead homies. Everybody got this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? Like it's just a usual thing in rap because that's what people talk about in rap a lot. You know what I mean? So I wanted to talk about it in a different way that was not as like, hey guys, look. You know what I mean? Almost as if it's like a flex. Like, nah. It was just something that I wanted to say. Like I had a whole song. This is most like no, it's never dropping. I'm not gonna lie, it's never dropping. But there's a song that was not dedicated to my grandfather, but the first verse was heavily focused on it. And like I said, this was you know, this was a time where, like I said, this job, like at the end of the year, realistically, I think, right? I want to say, yeah, was it? I have no idea. Maybe like the end of the year. I don't know. Regardless, like I said, it was something that I never really allowed myself to grieve. Like I said it in changes. Matter of fact, where the lyrics at? Let me see if I can find that shit real quick. Genius. I should know my fucking lyrics, but who the fuck cares? I don't care. I'd rather quote it properly. Let's see. Changes. Yes. Let me see. I said something about grieving. Oh yeah. Let me see. Never stop to smell the roses. Oh yeah, that was definitely one of the things. Like it was a like that. Changes was a lot. Changes was a lot of shit. Changes is a lot of just, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. I've been working every day. I've been grinding through the pain. Feel like I've been wasting time. I pray to God that I ain't late. Let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, there you go. I ain't even let myself grieve after a major loss. I've been losing sleep because I'm trying to reach what I'm dreaming for. Yeah. There you go. Feel like when I'm at my lowest, that's when I start lifting off. I ain't even let myself grieve after a major loss. But oh yeah, it's like shit like that. Like I said, when it comes to this album, you can like that shit can either go one ear out the other, and as just like a regular bar that you recognize, or it can be like if you want to look more into it, you can kind of understand it on a deeper level. Like I said, you get rewarded for looking more into the album. You know what I mean? it's deeper than just like I said the title. It's deeper than like I said the title. I guess you could say insinuates. Um, but yeah, there was a lot of things. I might not get into all of it right now, but there was a lot of things that played into me feeling the way that I did, and me, uh, I guess just like not taking care of my mental state really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously with the shift definitely fucked me up a lot because like it made me pick up bad habits. Like I said, fucking time watching everything, not wanting to go out with friends because it was gonna take too long. You know what I mean? Like I'm dead ass. Like it's one thing to calculate sleep. You know what I mean? But like it got to the point where I didn't want to sleep because I knew that if I slept, that meant I was getting closer to work. You know what I mean? Like I would start the day and I'd be like, damn, I got about 14 hours until I gotta fucking go back to work. I got 16 hours till work, whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that shit, that's not healthy even remotely. Um,
No,
but
not at
there
all.
was a
I
lot of
had
things I
that
ignored.
same thing. It's not
Yeah,
like a fucking obviously college and working is different, but fucking
well, college is still full time.
yeah, no, it's not. It's but like it's like I can control the schedule at least. Like your shit was
Yeah,
like it was different because you had to do that shit until you had like the time. Because I'm not getting paid to go every day to college. Like I get paid like once in a while because of the financial shit. But you have to do this shit because I'm pretty sure you pay bills, right? Do you pay
yeah.
bills? Yeah, you gotta pay bills. You gotta
I
support your family and
definitely
shit.
pay bills.
So you go through more than I do, but but we also have like the same shit. It's just that I'm stressing over less than you have been stressing over more. So I kind of have to like always um think about that at least. Like I'm more grateful for my shit, but I'm also like concerned for your own mental health because you're my fucking best friend, right? Like I gotta like at least
Right.
check you in sometimes. Like not all the time, but sometimes I get concerned.
Nah, yeah, it was hard because like I said, for 2 years, I it especially that first year, that shit was bad. To be honest, that shit was bad for sure. Or was it the second year? It might have been the second. No, it might have been the first. It was the what the fuck is it? What year we in? 2026. Oh my
2026, yeah.
god. See, my fucking I don't even remember what fucking year it was. It was either 2024 or 5, obviously, but I don't even remember the exact. I think it was fuck, I don't even know. Maybe last summer was when I got my car. Maybe the end of 24. Yeah, I think the end of 24 into 25. So for about 8 months, I want to say realistically, um, I was I was doing a lot of shit. I was working like 70 something hours a week. Uh, I was paying for a lot of shit that was not my responsibility. But it became my responsibility. I was paying for a lot of things. Like I said, I'm not gonna go too. You know the details. I'm not gonna go too much into details.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of things that I had to deal with, and a lot of my money was not going to me. On top of me working that shift, on top of me already just working even more on that shift. Now instead of me just going in normal time, I'm sitting here waking up early and leaving later. So I'm working like 14-hour shifts. You know what I'm saying? And then all that for the money not even to fully go to me, on top of trying to save for a car and get my license. So yeah, it was a lot, for sure. But you know, things like that definitely did not fucking help. And yeah, needless to say, I was not too intrigued in dropping music. Uh, on top of that, but like music's my therapy, so nonetheless, I'm gonna come back to it.
Yeah.
Regardless whether I release shit or not, I always put on some beats. Like the whole time I was putting on beats. You know what I'm saying? Going through the
Yeah.
beats I had, going to my producers, seeing what I liked. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, it was a
He
lot.
does that a lot too. We could be
Big
on
facts.
we could little where we could me him William and I don't I know has pun hasn't like been on the shit for a minute, but
Hispanic rage.
Hispanic Rage. But
That's her name. When she joined the fucking Fortnite lobby, I'm naming her that shit.
just inaudible Spanish Hispanic Rage.
Yeah.
But nah, he would always like screen share, and it would always just be like either him watching like NBA highlights or FNAF videos or some shit, or it would be like the beats, like just random like
All right, now I sound
beats.
autistic.
Nah,
All right.
hey, what the
I did more than that. I also like Sonic. Oh fuck.
you made it worse. You actually went down the darker rabbit hole because, bro, have you seen the Sonic community, bro?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm trolling with the Sonic shit, but recently I've been watching some Sonic shit. Just because like I've always fucked with Sonic, but like I never like went through any of the games. I've played like 3 Sonic games ever, maybe. And like one of them was like a Flash game, so I don't even count it fully. It was like the OG Sonic DS game. No, okay, I can count
Sonic
Origins.
Rush? Oh no, it's
Or sorry, not,
Origins.
what is it? Is it Origins?
I don't know.
Is that what it's called?
I just
You
think
know
of
what I'm
Sonic
talking about,
Rush.
right?
Yeah.
The remaster with the old Sonic games. Is that Origins? What is it called?
Sonic Mania or some shit.
Mania. Yes, I played Mania. Mania was good. I didn't play it for like long because it wasn't mine. But I played Mania. I played the original Sonic. I played Sonic 06, which is one of my favorite games, even though the game's horrible. I played Sonic Rush. I think.
And Sonic
It was
Dash.
either Sonic Rush. I don't fucking know.
Sonic Dash was on the
Rushers.
phone, and then Sonic Rush was the one on the DS with Blaze.
Yes, I played both of them Jones. Okay, I played like 5 Sonic games technically. Oh, Sonic Generations was also really good. So I've played a couple Sonic games, but oh, and Adventure 2. But Adventure 2 was a lot more recent.
He hasn't been able to play it that much because his laptop is fucking up and shit. A bit.
Yeah, no, I don't know what the issue is. I gotta figure out. I think it might be a resolution issue. Yeah, resolution issue.
Which wouldn't make sense because that game is like as old as like the fucking, I don't even know, GameCube or some shit.
I think that's the issue. I think my resolution's too high. I don't know. I have to try and figure it out. But I'll figure it out eventually and then beat that shit. Cause that Sonic Adventure 2 is that shit. We got off track. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I like.
He be looking at beats. Yeah, he be looking at beats
all the fucking time. I'm always like, music will forever be a big part of me. So I'm always just like looking at beats. You know what I'm saying?
It's always like, but it's a thrill though. Like sometimes
for sure.
It'd be cool to just see this dude freestyle on a fucking like random ass beat, whether it's like a beat somebody randomly made or it's like a beat from like Biggie or some shit. But it wouldn't never be Biggie. It would be like
definitely
Cole.
Got way better at freestyling over the time period. Really, since like the last album, I got a lot better at freestyling for sure, just randomly. But yeah, shit like that. Like I literally have I have a playlist with over 2,000 beats easily. I have multiple playlists with multiple different beats. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, needless to say, I have a lot of fucking beats and instrumentals. So,
do you currently
cool.
have any ideas for the next time you drop a project, or nah? Are you still like waiting a bit?
As of right now, I don't know. But what I will say is I cannot confirm it will be rap. So there is that. But
is
other than that,
grunge?
I don't know. So I'm actually retiring.
Chill, bro.
So anyways, you can thank Spingard for putting me into retirement.
I saved y'all guys.
It was fun while it lasted. But yeah. Nah. Like I said, I have no idea what the next project. I don't even know what the next project's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I don't even know what my plans are next week. Fucking shit, I don't know what my plans is tomorrow. Really, I might chill. I don't know. I take it day by day. But yeah, you know, this time I like the fact that I can just be creative now. I literally came home today and hopped on a beat and just recorded some shit. I don't know if you peeped, but I just dropped a verse. You know
shit.
Yeah, so did that shit within about 20 minutes. Just dropped a quick verse and I was done. I would not be able to do that before because there would always be somebody in the room or people being loud or coming in and out, shit like that. I would not be able to do that comfortably. So just being able to get the ideas out of my head instead of just having them, because bro, I couldn't even tell you how many fucking voice memos I have on my phone of just melodies, flows, shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a lot of that shit. So, and that was mainly because like one, just so I don't forget, but two, just because like I didn't have any other way to record it. You know what I mean? I didn't want to forget it. But like now, if I have an idea, I can literally stop what I'm doing and just record it. You know what I mean? So that is also very nice. So like I said, expect a lot more music throughout the rest of this year. I can't give you a number nor an estimate, but it will definitely
It
be
will come
more than
soon.
just this album.
What Max say? The best is yet to come.
Real shit.
I was gonna do some filler questions like fucking common hip hop things, right? Um, like what was your favorite albums of last year, or like albums you heard while working on the album? Like I said, like five
That's a
maybe.
great question. Let me see. Let me see. Let me pull up album of the year real quick. That's the best way for me to do this.
Oh yeah, what were your
Let's
thoughts on
go.
like the overall scores for album of the year for your music at
Uh,
least?
from my album, I'm not
Yeah.
mad at it. I don't I like it.
All right.
I don't mind at all. Like I said, my intention was not to sit here and make this magnum opus. That was never my intention. My
Yeah.
intention was to make something real, something vulnerable, and something that most importantly I liked and that I could feel happy with because I knew that, you know what I'm saying, it was something I wanted to make. It was a sound that I wanted. You know what I mean? Cause like I can hop on any fucking instrumental and start, you know, doing my rippy rapping and shit. That's cool, whatever. But this was like I wanted to craft a certain sound. I wanted this album to be atmospheric. I wanted it to be real. I didn't want it to be animated for the cover. I didn't want it to be illustrated. I wanted it to be real. You know what I mean? I wanted everything to be real. And you know, like I said, and the cover ended up being great. So very happy with it. But yeah, no, like overall, it doesn't really matter to me. I kind of like got over that. Like if niggas would have gave this shit a fucking 60, I would have. I just been like, all right, you know what I mean? I mean, obviously, I would have been a little like, what the fuck, but I
A
wouldn't
little.
like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't trip too much. Like I'm very satisfied with the current rating. I'm not gonna like. Obviously, if it goes higher, I'll be happier. If you know what I mean. But if it stays where it's at, I'm not gonna like. It's not the end of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Which is totally understandable, fair and shit.
yeah. I don't know if this is gonna change your opinion on the album or your rating, but if it does, you know, nice.
I most likely
If it doesn't,
appreciate it more, but I'm not
it's
sure if
cool.
I, think it's like
Yeah, like
still the
if it
best
doesn't,
work.
it's
But
cool.
that's
It doesn't
again,
really matter to me.
it's not supposed to be like something like
Yeah,
special or better than something like where do we go from here or even Forgotten Dreams, but it's just another great album to add to your catalog, which I could always
essentially,
appreciate.
yeah. I didn't just want to make the same shit. I wanted to make something different,
Yeah,
and I feel like I did. I feel like you know I achieved that.
it executed well.
Yeah, like I said, overall, the score is an 87 for the album in total. So I'm not mad at it at all. It's basically a 9.
Pretty
So
much. And then
not mad at all.
I'm pretty sure that was Lige, but fucking his username Big Juicy Odd 12,
22. Oh,
22.
is
I think it
it
was
22 or is it
22.
12? Let me see.
I don't know. I think it was
Yeah, I think
22.
it's 22. Let me see. It's 22.
The
It's actually
22nd.
the big juicy did 22.
The big he fucking gave that shit a 100. I'm like, okay, well, I at least I know who that is.
Yeah, well,
At
no,
first, I
I
was,
told him I told him like that. I was like, bro, don't just say that shit because like you're my man. It's like literally, I was like, give that shit what you genuinely feel, and he gave it a 100. So I was like, all right.
which is always dope. I like the support he
Yeah,
gives.
I mean, I can't be mad at that. Like, I told him, I was like, don't give it like a 10 out of 10 just because I'm here. Like, literally, give it what you genuinely feel it is. And like I said, that's how he felt, so that's how it is. So, like I said, I basically have a 9 out of 10 for that. Like, that doesn't bother me at all. Well, I think this was a very successful release. I got a lot of support from a lot of different places that I didn't expect. And overall, it's been a lot of new experiences for me. So, can't
It's
complain.
really just been the distributor, the fuck the distributors.
Nah, no, fuck them niggas for real. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Because for all that, I probably could have just did the fucking the everything slash changes thing because I had to wait like another what 2 fucking weeks anyways. So had that been the case and I had to drop it then, I just could have fucking did that. Mind you, I found out what the issue was.
What happened?
It was because I had a song in all caps. That was it.
That's it,
Yes.
bro. That was
Nightfall
that's
was in all caps.
that's low key stupid. That's not even like a you thing. That's just. Was
That
that
was the
really the
dumbest
reason?
shit. Yes, that was the reason. Because when I took it off, it worked perfectly fine. So basically, okay, when it was in all caps, what I think happened was, from what I've deducted from my research, is that it went from automatic processing to manual processing. So it had to be looked over. And I waited and waited and waited, and they still bullshitted and played in my face. They never got around to it, so I took it down and just used the same metadata. So obviously, I have the what's the best word to explain this? Every song has a code, basically. So I just used that same code because it has the same data. So it was already delivered to the stores. It was just processing or pending. So I took that same code and I just put it. I re-uploaded the album with that same exact code, so it skipped a lot of the process. So it didn't have to get
Hmm.
sent out anymore. It was already sent.
Good shit, but
So that's
also,
yeah,
damn.
that's what ended up fixing that. But like I said, I just changed the song from being all caps, which was Nightfall, which regardless, that was stupid for that even to be the case. But regardless, we're here. We have the album. I'd call it a success. People liked it. Like I said, a lot of people that I didn't expect to like it, and that was like honestly my point. I wanted to be something different. I wanted to create a certain sound, and I wanted to have a broader, like, I guess you could say broader audience. You know what I mean? Which I definitely did. You know what I'm saying? I gained a lot of followers from it. I'm still gaining followers. Every day I'm getting likes from my, you know what I'm saying, my reels and shit like that. Um, Still getting a lot of shit.
You think you're gonna go like you're gonna get big by next year, or maybe in like 2 years or so, or are you just optimistic on where you're at right now? Like, are you just fine with how you're at?
I mean, obviously, I would love to, you know what I'm saying, just get as big as possible. That's obviously the um, best thing I can do, best goal. Like I said, I went from 200 followers to 285. So,
Yeah,
and that
that's
was in
big.
the span of 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's big.
So, you know what I mean? An 85 follower gain in 2 weeks, not bad at all. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm gonna try and keep on gaining as much as I can. Hopefully, it continues. Um, I'm probably not done promoting it either. So,
Yeah, I'm
uh,
still trying to promote it.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna probably promote it a little bit more as well. Finally posted some shit on TikTok. I changed a lot of things. I changed my YouTube. I changed everything. I changed a lot of things. So now it's all kind of like the same shit, rather than it being like one thing's like this cover, one thing's until next time, one thing's whatever the fuck. Now
Yeah,
everything's
yeah.
pretty much all the same. So, yeah. Yeah. My two reels have 18,000 views and 17,000 views,
Good fucking shit.
and then everything else has 1,000. So can't be too mad at that. And overall, within the first week, I think I had 2,000 streams on the album. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Which is like, I think that's bigger than your previous releases, because you
I
didn't have
believe
that.
so.
You didn't have that many
Over
people.
time, what's it called? Over time, yeah, yeah, 2,000. Yeah. Over time, what's it called? Where do we go from here? Ended up getting a lot of streams. But it wasn't like a immediate success. Like this is definitely way bigger,
Yeah,
realistically.
kind of like your
But
breakout a little bit, but not
oh,
yet.
this is one song. Wait, this isn't even. Holy shit! Never mind, bro. Job's Not Finished has 6,000 streams. That's not
Damn.
even my. That's not even the album. I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, honestly, my album might have 10,000 streams. Let me see. I don't even know. All time. Let's see. If I go here and I go, oh no, it has 15,000. Sorry, 14,000 streams.
It's doing big numbers then. Like
Yeah,
you're getting
it's my
there.
my biggest project. It has 14,000 streams. Pretty
Well,
fucking fire.
we'll see later on in your other shit how better you'll do, and I hope you keep releasing music. That's always gonna be like the my biggest support.
Not yet. I don't know realistically when the next album will drop. I don't know if I'll drop another album for a long time, and that's just being realistic.
You doing
But
a
I will
mixtape
drop a lot
or
of
something?
singles.
Okay, cool.
Singles will drop. Like I said, I can't necessarily confirm whether or not an album will come. Most likely, it won't be for a long ass time. But that's just mainly because I don't want to overpopulate my discography.
Yeah.
But in general, like I said, there will definitely be a lot of just singles dropping, and singles are so much easier to promote because it's just one song. You
Yeah.
don't have to grab anybody's attention for an entire project. You know what I mean? I can just be like, oh, here, it's one song. Go ahead and listen. Like Trust in Me has a lot of streams already. You know what I mean? So that's just because it was, the song I dropped first, which that wasn't even gonna be the song that I dropped as a single. It was never intended to be that. It was gonna be More Than Deserved. That was always the intended single because it sounds more like a single. That was literally my point. Like it just More Than Deserved sounds like a single type of song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was always my plan. And then my engineer, he posted that behind the scenes video, and that shit, like I said, it popped off. And then I had niggas in the comments being like, "Yo, when's this dropping? Who is this? When is this dropping? What's the name?" So I was like, "Fuck." I mean, there's no it has demand. You know what I mean? So there's no reason for me to just ignore this. Which good thing I didn't because I think it worked out.
It did well in your
But yeah,
favors because people actually went in and checked out like the
yeah,
music.
you know what I mean. So, like I said, that wasn't obviously the original plan, but fuck it, I think everything happens for a reason, and fuck it, that was the song, and niggas ended up fucking with it heavy. Um, a lot of people really, really like the song, so yeah. Um, I mean, like I said, the lyrics are on Genius now. The lyrics should be dropping in general fucking soon. I don't know why they're not. I might have to recheck because my distributor is
Spotify
fucking
is
stupid as fuck.
just tweaking a lot about that shit.
Yeah, yeah. So
Because I know
obviously,
Spotify is like on some bullshit. I remember when we had to go through the progress of the lyrics for, I think it was Forgotten Dreams even. Like I think it was like that long since it's been on some bull. But
yep.
I guess
But I'll see what I can do.
to
Tell
close this off, right? Oh wait, hold on, finish your shit.
No, I was gonna say to this day I don't think Effortless Audio has like sync lyrics.
Oh yeah, it still doesn't. I don't
I
think.
I re-uploaded that shit about 6 times. Like I literally tried so many times. Whenever I get the chance, I'll probably end up just trying to knock it out and fixing it. But yeah, like I said, if maybe like another time we'll break down some more lyrics and shit like that. If you have any questions on certain things, we're what I'm saying, the podcast is back, the
The
Erms and
Erms,
shit.
pretty much, yeah. This is the
So
first episode. But to conclude it, conclusions, bars. Um uh this
if I
was
was on Discord, hold on.
ah shit.
Anyways,
Uh to conclude this entire podcast, because now I gotta do something.
sorry, you were saying.
To conclude it, right? Okay, I was waiting for that one.
No, 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 I'm good.
Yeah, William.
I was just about to fucking say that.
Bro, like,
I swear I was about to say that shit. Oh my god, go ahead.
alright.
Go.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it, bro. I'm not William.
Fucking go. Wait,
All right.
don't move, don't move, don't move. Yo, no, fuck. It's delayed on stream. Your fucking shadow looked like a Diglett.
Oh, word.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. You were against the block. It don't matter.
All right.
But yeah.
Yeah, well, to conclude the album or the podcast, where will you go from here? Pretty much was the question. Like, that was my final question.
Shit. Up.
Bars.
Nowhere else. Because when you reach the bottom, there's only one way. Nah, I can't say the bottom. Well, point is when you low, you can only go up. So, obviously, my goal is to always outdo myself, but now it's more of just like I really want to just create and get that spark back, and I feel like I've achieved that. I feel like I had that spark again to really like want to create shit. So, like I said, up for sure. It's only up from here.
We have an extra thing to say. Well, we said it at the beginning, but we do have a fucking mixtape. I've only told I think one person out of the every many people that I known. I only told one person.
Real shit.
I'm
We do
lying.
got
I
a
didn't even
mixtape.
tell them. But yeah, we got a mixtape. I don't even know what the fuck it's called.
It's called Porn
now,
and Pasta.
it's not called Porn and Pasta. It was
For now, it's called Porn and Pasta.
I guess, bro. But
I'm trademarking Porn and Pasta.
yeah, this is gonna be.
Hey, check.
Hey yo, digging in my butt like a diglet.
What?
Sorry, that was a sample of the song. It was Low Lex's
Kim and his
lyrics.
amigos, all in my ass stuck trio.
Bar?
Is there fire? Right, nigga, stop playing with me.
Wait, all right.
Stop
Well,
fucking playing with me.
Yeah, new mixtape coming soon. We have like majority of the songs finished. I'm pretty sure. No, not finished. I have my shit tested, but I'm gonna
not finished.
rework on
but
it.
We have a lot of the structure. Like it's not gonna be. There, it's just good shit. It's just good. You know what I'm saying?
It's not supposed to be like
It's not too
serious
crazy.
music. It's just like just chill. I guess is that the best way to put it.
I definitely fuck with this because it gives me, like I said, another way to just do shit without like any expectations. I can just experiment with shit, do different flows, do different type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Not take it too serious. So I fuck with this heavy. It's gonna be dropping whenever the fuck it comes out. Who knows?
Yeah, we're not gonna give you like a strong date because it's not done yet. But
Okay,
it will come soon. I don't know if it'll come by the end of the year or by the beginning of next year, but who knows? I'm very optimistic about the project. This is like the first time I've done an album where I've been fully confident and I have never scrapped it. But yeah, are we gonna put it based off like it's like me and you, like you know how Eminem and Royce had Bad Meets Evil, like we're gonna just call it like, are we gonna base it off like our own shit?
Low
like
Meets Fingered.
No. Wait, why the fuck? That kind of Bad Meets Evil. Alright.
Black Meets. Alright.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Black Meets Alien. Oh my god. No, Illegal Meets Alien. Oh my god. That's a fucking banger.
Kind of.
Illegal Meets Alien.
Is his writing tar?
That's a bar.
Yeah. Mixtape coming soon. I don't know what we're going to refer to as. Are we going to call it the Erms?
Mixtape coming. I have no idea. I think Porn and Pasta.
No, we're not going to call it Porn and Pasta.
All right, no Porn and Pasta because this guy's a fucking Debbie Downer. Fucking.
I'm not a fucking gooner, right,
Miss
bro?
Debbie Downer.
William's going to be like, I relate. Well, he doesn't relate to the pasta. He just relates
not to the pasta. Oh, good times. All right, yeah, no, we have no idea when it'll drop, but you know what I mean. Who knows? It's sounding good. That's all I know. You feel me? Welcome to the first episode. Back of the Erms.
Back to the Erms. I don't know. Wait, should I upload this to the new channel whenever I make it, or should I just put it on Spinger for the meantime?
Fuck it. Put it wherever you want. I mean, you might as well just upload it to wherever you can now.
All right, bet.
I don't know what you're gonna call it. The Low Lexer interview, the fucking Erms podcast. Who knows? I guess it could be the Erms, the Low Lexer interview in fucking parentheses.
The Erms, Everything Changed Forever podcast.
Fuck it. We ball.
Yeah, fuck it. But yeah, thank y'all for watching and shit. Do you have anything else you gotta add to it? To add to anything?
Not necessarily. Just shit. Stay tuned for more content, more music, more streams, more everything. Everything changes forever.
Out now. Go stream it. Link in the bio. Link in your mom. Sorry.
Lincoln Park.
Lincoln Park. Like if you at the park and you link. Yeah. Well, also the band.
I smack your mama with a spoink.
Your mama a drum pig because she don't give me the spoink.
I give her something to ride on.
Wait, no. Your mama a grunt pig because I don't give her the spoink. That's a bar.
Bars, nigga.
That's a fucking bar.
Don
DeMarco.
When I take out.
Alright.
When I take out my Smeagol shit get far-fetched.
Don DeMarco. All right.
Don DeMarco.
Ending the podcast. Shit, yeah. Good night, y'all.